What's up internet, Victor with PhoneArena here, and in my hands I have the first Windows Phone phablet, a gigantic device, the 6-inch Nokia Lumia 1520. As we said, this is the first Windows Phone phablet. It's an AT&T exclusive in the United States, and it comes with a 6-inch 1080p display. It also has the latest and most powerful Snapdragon 800 chip, so it's a powerhouse. What else can we expect? 20 megapixel pure view camera from Nokia with Zeiss optics and much more. Now let us just tell you that this right here is the non-final version of the device, a prototype, but it looks pretty much as the final version, but there might be some slight changes, so keep this in mind and let's go and explore the Nokia Lumia 1520.
There's no going around the fact that the Lumia 1520 is a ridiculously big device. It barely fits in regular jeans front pocket, and in daily use such a large size looks awkward, but more importantly it makes basic single-handed operation a struggle. To its excuse, we ought to mention there are actually even larger phablets out there, like the Sony Xperia Z Ultra, and the HC1 Max nearly matches it in size. With all this in mind, we have to admit that the Lumia 1520 is nonetheless one sleek, svelte smartphone for its size. The slim body is made out of polycarbonate and it doesn't feel cheap in any way. With its very slight curves and slight pillow shape, it's a typical Nokia design and it looks great. The phone comes in a matte black, white and yellow and glossy red versions. It's 8.7mm thin but weighs nearly half a pound. Right below the screen there are the 3 standard Windows Phone capacitive navigation keys that look strangely small on such a large screen. Physical keys are made out of plastic and luckily all within easy reach and are very clicky and easy to press. The large display is the bread and butter of any phablet, and it's no coincidence that Nokia decided to feature its first Full HD 1080p display in such a large phone. With a pixel density of 368 ppi, it's a very sharp and detailed screen that will not disturb your eyes with any jagged icon edges or janky text. The size is an impressive full 6 inches. Larger than most phablets out there, and our initial impressions with the non-final device that we have is that it's a nice vivid screen that performs very well in the outdoors. On board are Nokia's clear black technology for better outdoor viewing experience, super sensitive touch so you can use this with your gloves on in the winter, and Gorilla Glass 2 screen coating. We love the option to manually adjust screen color temperature and saturation on the Lumia 1520. You can pick overblown colors that look unreal yet impressive, or you can go for more realistic natural tones that we'd actually prefer. The Lumia 1520 is the first Windows Phone phablet, and it's a great example of how the platform makes use of the extra screen space. You can now fit many more lifestyles, and text is larger everywhere. While smaller Windows phones fit 4 small icons or life tiles, here you can get 6 small tiles in a single row of the interface. Now, Windows Phone 8 comes with the latest update 3 here. Life tiles still come in 3 sizes, the app drawer is still a vertically scrollable list of names, and there is still no notification center. So overall, this update is not all that major. Customization options on the Windows Phone 8 Lumia 1520 are limited to changing tile sizes and colors. You can also have at-a-glance clock on the lock screen, and you can double tap to wake up the phone, but all these additional features draw more battery. We like the selection of first-party apps on Windows Phone. Having mobile office right out of the box is a huge plus. Since this is a Nokia phone, you also get some very neat applications that other Windows Phone handsets do not have. Nokia Drive with free offline turn-by-turn navigation and Nokia Music with its great free music streaming service are on board. Basic functionality is also well covered with a phone app that integrates your social news and contacts, and for texting you have an extremely large version of the stock keyboard and it's a joy to type on. The Lumia 1520 is the first Windows Phone device to ship with a quad-core chip, and it's the Snapdragon 800. This is the same piece of silicon you can find on top Android devices like the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. And our initial experience is quite positive as everything seems to move quicker now. Animations, however, still take up way too long oftentimes, and compared with Android and iOS, nearly everything takes a bit longer on Windows Phone, even on this fastest representative of the platform. Internal storage comes at the fairly generous 32 GB, and it's also expandable via microSD cards of up to 64 gigs. So it should be enough to satisfy even the most storage hungry users. Accessing the web on a Windows Phone device happens exclusively via Internet Explorer, and the Lumia 1520 is no exception. We don't like the lack of choice, but luckily Mobile IE is a good browser on its own, and with 4G LTE on board, surfing the web is a pleasure. The first Nokia phablet ticks all connectivity boxes: dual-channel Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0 with LE support, NFC and GPS with GLONASS. The 20-megapixel PureView autofocus camera on the Lumia 1520 comes with a dual LED flash and protrudes just slightly on the back. Not so much as to be in the way, but enough to make it clear to passers-by that it's a serious camera phone you're holding. It indeed is one of Nokia's strongest camera efforts, with a larger than usual sensor, backside illumination and optical image stabilization. As the Lumia 1020, you can choose to capture full-res images along with smaller 5-megapixel images for quick social sharing, or just the smaller 5-megapixel version. These are no regular 5-megapixel photos though. Instead, Nokia combines multiple pixels from the original full-res image to achieve superior single pixel quality in the final 5-megapixel image. It's something that it calls oversampling. The 1520 ships with the Nokia ProCam application that we first saw on the Lumia 1020 and is the same neat interface with dials for easy adjustments for white balance, manual focus, ISO, shutter speed and exposure. It's worth underlining that the Lumia 1520 is one of very few smartphones to support zooming without hugely destroying the image quality. You can zoom in around 2 times without real damage to the image, but you still lose the benefit of oversampling that you get when you zoomed out. Nokia has also promised bringing raw image support for this handset, so you can really get serious with your photo editing. You also have plentiful options for video capture, as you can pick between 1080p and 720p and supported frame rates of 30 frames per second, 25 and 24 fps. Quite neatly, you can zoom up to 2 times in 1080p video and up to 3 times in 720p without losing much in detail. Traditional smartphones, in contrast, use digital zoom that is highly destructive for the video. Sound recording is superb on the Lumia 1520. The handset features 4 high-amplitude audio capture microphones that are able to record a higher sound amplitude. That should come particularly handy for club and concert goers, as recordings there will turn out actually completely usable and much cleaner than on a regular smartphone that at high volumes records almost useless crackling sounds. The phone also features a 1.2 megapixel camera. It's a basic camera for video conferencing and selfies. Media is what phablets are made for and truly shine, and the 6-inch Lumia is just that, a multimedia powerhouse. With great codec support, we were able to play all video with Reddit with ease, and the experience watching short clips or even longer movies is great on such a large display. It's really a shame there is no YouTube application baked in, and you need to take a trip to the Windows Phone marketplace for a decent YouTube client like MetroTube. There are 2 music apps on the Lumia 1520, the Xbox Music Plus Videos app and Nokia Music. Now both do a great job with organizing your music and doing it all in a visually pleasing way with large screen wide album art, but we like Nokia Music better for its additional functionality. The ability to stream music free and even save online playlists for offline playback is great.
We've played around with the Lumia 1520 for a while, and we can't shake off the feeling that it's a shockingly large phone. 6 inches in size. If you try to use it single-handedly, as you no doubt will have when you sometimes take it out of your pocket to quickly dial someone or send a text message, it's a bit of a struggle. So our expectations for this product is that it's a bit of a niche product, not really something that has mass appeal. Otherwise, it's powerful. It's got a very promising 20 megapixel camera and pretty much a very nice and sleek design that we appreciate, something typical for Nokia. So stay tuned for our final review and make sure to head to PhoneArena.com for more details about the Lumia 1520. Right now, thanks for watching.